Okay, so first, rare fruit in Peru. So Deb Vlietstra and I, in 2016, we went to Iquitos, Peru, which is the deepest inland port of the Amazon. It's where the rarest fruits from the Amazon can be found. And we went to this very famous market. It's called the Belen Market. At some points, it's actually under water, and people actually attend the market by boat. This was not the rainy season when we visited, so it was not the floating market of Belen, but at some points of the year, it is a floating market. It was really astounding. It was a complex maze of stalls, and these are some of the rarest things you could find in the Amazon, and many of them you will never ever see outside of this market because these are highly perishable fruits, and they just wouldn't make the 2,500-mile trip through on cargo ship to get to the mouth of the Atlantic Ocean, where it's the closest to get out of the Amazon. So, oh, and I want to mention that this region experienced the rubber boom. When the automobile tire was developed, it was discovered that the rubber tree could be used to make rubber and made into automobile tires. So the demand for rubber skyrocketed, and this part of the Amazon is where the rubber tree is native to. So this area experienced intense exploitation and slavery because of the rubber boom. They were actually called rubber barons. These were European and American business people who came down to this area of the Amazon, and they built these Spanish-style houses. You can see in this left photo in Iquitos, in this city. It's a very intense city in the jungle, but then we have these old relic buildings from the early 1900s with this really intricate Spanish tile, and it's very out of place in the landscape. Those were built by the rubber barons. These were people who were exploiting the local resources and population to make rubber for rubber tires. So it was really important to us to acknowledge that history because we wanted to be respectfully exchanging seeds with people who had, in just a few generations past, had experienced intense exploitation of their resources. And also, it is important to acknowledge that in the Amazon, there has been intense exploitation of resources, as we all know. This is a picture of one of the vendors from the market, and actually, you can see a little yellow fruit next to her apron, and that's called charichuelo, and that was our favorite fruit the whole time we were there. And I think I've got more pictures. I may have a video. We'll see if it comes through. But anyways, oh, that was the best fruit I found in Peru. It was amazing. So now I'm going to show you some fruits. So this is called cocona. This is a tart and tangy fruit. This was the photo I showed you guys at the beginning, the woman who was sorting fruits. This is called cocona. This is now available in our catalog, and we found it in 2016. It's related to tomatoes and eggplants. It is found growing wild all over this region. It's a tart and tangy, slightly sweet fruit about the size of a golf ball. And it was used as jungle shampoo, but most commonly we saw it blended with super sweet fruits in smoothies and things. This area of the Amazon is so intensely hot and humid that a lot of people we found were like, many of their meals were actually fruit popsicles, but they were not nasty popsicles like we find at the grocery store here. They were fresh fruit popsicles that were being processed and frozen right in the in the region. So cocona and guava was really popular, and I just really loved that it was a nice tangy balance to some of the really intensely sweet fruits. And people get really sick there of the sweet flavor. Everyone we met when they found out we worked for a seed company, they wanted access to vegetables because they're like, we're really sick of the fruit. That's all we have. It's just tons of fruit. So it was their tart and tangy fruit. It wasn't necessarily one note, super sweet and saccharine. Excuse me. We found that it was really well suited to growing in the U.S., but it can't take any cold, so it's not much of a risk for it becoming invasive because it will die out with any cold. But it grows as an annual, so it was a great introduction because folks are always looking for a way to introduce tropical fruits that can produce quickly. So even if you live in a cooler climate with a short growing season, you can produce a cocona. They also make an excellent houseplant. So this one adapted to our needs of Baker Creek very well, and it's been a great seller for us, and we're excited about it. So that was a great success, finding Kokona. And we did a tour of the Amazon. I'm just looking at Deb because we did it all together. Sorry, Deb. We did a tour of the Amazon, and we went to this island where we were playing with monkeys and sloths and parrots and all these animals, and we had this amazing tour guide, and his wife had made us lunch for the day, and she made us these really amazing cassava empanadas, and she topped it with a relish, and the relish was made with Kokona, so it was like this tangy, tart relish, and it was amazing. I think it was just white onion, Kokona, and cilantro, and probably lime. No, I don't think they even needed lime juice. It was really, really nice.